Hi, welcome. So happy to be with you today, live from New York City. Actually, I think I'm in Harlem. Yeah, so I came here to teach the workshop tomorrow, which I'm super excited about, and I'm going to see some of you there, which is like, oh, so awesome. So I can't wait for that. But I wanted to jump on today to talk about acceptance. So this week's Ageless Movement practice is about accepting everything and everybody just as they are. Now that's really difficult, especially in this time where there's so much turbulence and tension and hate rhetoric and things out there. But if we don't accept, we don't calm down within ourselves. So what I want to say about that is that we don't know the bigger picture. We think we know, and when we act and react out of thinking that we know, then we can get in trouble. So this practice this week gets us to accepting, a lot closer to accepting. Now, I had I'd say it's grace to have a grandmother that taught me how to accept. She was really a live angel on this earth, and she was filled with unconditional love. And I learned a lot from her. She never had a bad word to say about anybody, nobody, which is really weird, right? Even politicians. And even religious viewpoints that she didn't agree with, she never went negative. Hey, Brenda, how are you? How's those teeth? So that's part of it, is to remain positive. And she smiled all the time, and she was whistling all the time, and she was a very happy person because she was in full-on acceptance. And one of her gifts was that she gave whatever she could away. She was an amazing cook, and her house was open to whoever was around, even strangers. So I talk about it all in the blog. So go online at agelessmovemore.com and read about it. I give some pointers from my grandmother that I learned on acceptance. But now I want to talk about the practice, one of the practices. So the full practice on acceptance is opening our heart. And when our heart is open, we are in a place. Hi. Hey, Lynn, I get to see you tomorrow. I can't wait. So when we open our heart, the feeling is vulnerability. And a lot of us don't like that feeling. It can be scary. We can think it's fear. But really, it's like when we open our heart and we feel that vulnerability, we should be excited because we're open. And what we're open to is love coming in and flowing out. When we don't have that feeling, we're somewhat closed down, and we're not able to do that giving and receiving of love. So for me, I could actually do love = acceptance. That's my belief, that if we really, really love somebody or something, that we accept them, or we accept it just as they are. So right now we're going to accept that this little practice I'm going to give you, I've got a full practice on your ageless movement practices, but this one little thing I'm going to give you today, it can be intense. So you've got to accept that, and accept that you're going to feel tight, like it's going to not be so pleasant. But if you go into it in full acceptance and not fight against it, it's going to open your heart like nothing else. So here we go. I'm just going to move the chair back so you can see, and I'm using the kitchen island is my wall. So you're going to need a wall, and you're going to need a mat, and your noodle ball. That's it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my noodle ball with me to the wall, and I'm putting my hip into the wall. So I'm sitting right beside the wall. And then I'm going to place my noodle about where I think my heart's going to be. So I'm kind of familiar with doing this. So I know I have to put it fairly close to my bottom. So it might take you a couple of times to figure out exactly where this noodle goes, but that's okay. you've got time to do it, right? Opening the heart. There's nothing better than a practice to open your heart. So just do it. All right, and then I'm going to come down, and as I come down, I'm bringing my legs and my feet up the wall. You can see I'm just transitioning onto my sacrum. And then what I can do is I can, from here, I stand on my elbows and I can move my noodle around. There it is in my heart space. I'm going to scoot my bottom just a little bit closer. Then I bring my arms overhead. Oh. And if you're doing this with me, just lie over and breathe. Deep breaths in, full breaths out. And now it can be super intense. And I want you just to visualize that you're breathing in, accepting everybody. So just pick a person that you push against the most and just breathe them into your heart space and give them a big hug, accept them. And then breathe that out. And you might just keep doing the same person over and over again, or there might be something else. I'm going to straighten my legs a little bit. The longer I'm here, the more I can straighten my legs. Because the more my heart is opening, the more I'm getting used to it. And I just keep breathing in, and I keep breathing out, and I can just bring more people into my heart that I find challenging. Or there might be a situation that I'm not accepting outside of me. We don't have to look far these days to find them. And just bring it into your heart. It's hard. Like sometimes I'm like, no, I do not want to accept that. I do not want to accept the hate rhetoric that's going on right now. I do not want to accept these mass shooting things that are happening. But we have to, otherwise we'll be disturbed. We have to find a place of acceptance, and it's not compliance. It's from a place of an open heart that we can actually make an impact. So breathe in and breathe out and just accept everything the way it is. Then, if we go from there and make choices to make changes, then it's from a place of love. I hope that's making sense to you. And you just keep breathing in and you keep breathing out. I like to move my head and neck and just filling my heart up with all that I find unacceptable and converting it into acceptance, giving all those situations, all those people a big old heart hug. Just really letting my heart open. So I recommend staying here for, if you're at home, 5 minutes or so. For us right now, at least 2 minutes. So when I'm ready to come out, all I'm going to do is just start to bend my knees slowly. And then I just want to roll over. And as I roll over, I'm going to grab that noodle ball, so you can't really see it, but I'm grabbing it, pulling out from underneath me, and then laying back. Oh. And when I lie back here, that I'm like, oh my God, it feels so good. My heart is so open. And then when I consider those people that I put in there that I don't accept, it's not such a struggle. I actually can feel the energy of vulnerability, and I feel a lot of hope because my heart is open. And then I just roll to my side. Use my hands to bring myself up. Head comes up last, like always. And then as I come up to sit, oh my gosh. If you did it with me, just feel that heart space, like, wow, hugely open. So try it. And now that my heart is open, maybe I need to go make a phone call and ask for forgiveness, or maybe I just need to make a phone call and say, hey, do whatever you want to do. I was, just thinking about myself more than you, or whatever. Or if it is like, I really need to contact my congressman, or, whatever. You're doing it from a place of love versus a place of fear, which is down here in our lower human stuff. And when, we're in this space of a lot of fear rhetoric going on, and if we get caught in it, we're part of the problem. So let's not do this. Let's open our hearts and be a part of the solution. Let's go forward in love. So thank you for being with me. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Colleen. I'll see you tomorrow. So good to be with you guys. Bye.